Hey guys, so hopefully you caught my top 5 movies of 2017 on the Collider YouTube channel, but I've always done a top 10 list each year, so I figured I'd put 6 through 10 right here, beginning with my number 10 movie of the year. It is Baby Driver. This one really just blew my mind from the moment it opened. I love every aspect of filmmaking, but I am especially fascinated by particular technical elements like shot composition and editing decisions, and I really find it astounding that the action of Baby Driver is set to the tune of that stellar soundtrack. Also, geography and just being able to track the action is of the utmost importance here, and Edgar Wright, cinematographer, and his editing team really nail it in that respect. And then, of course, Ansel Elgort as Baby is just a delightful hero. He is charming, kind, passionate, and I really responded to and appreciated his entire journey in this movie. Next up at number 9, I have Logan. So forget the fact that this is an X-Men and a Wolverine movie. It's just a fantastic action drama, period. Hugh Jackman and Patrick Stewart have always been exceptional in these roles, but the depth they bring to those characters in this installment is above and beyond anything I could have imagined. To take a character we've known, like Logan, for so many years and then show how age has affected him, both mentally and physically, is pretty heartbreaking. And then adding Daphne Keane as Laura was just genius. 1, because she is a stellar young actress, and 2, because Logan's relationship with Laura paves the way to, yeah, an upsetting, but also a really beautiful and meaningful conclusion for the character. Moving on to my number 8, it is Split. I can't even tell you how many times I've seen this movie since it's hit theaters. It has now become one of those movies that, if it catches my eye when it's on, I am just completely sucked in, and there is no turning it off. This one marks yet another exceptional performance from Anya Taylor-Joy, who continues to prove that she's a standout lead, and then James McAvoy. I don't want to say I didn't know he was capable of something like this, because I have seen him deliver a number of great performances, but maybe I can say that just because I don't think I ever imagined someone creating a role quite like this. It is so wildly impressive how powerfully he brings each of those personalities to screen, and the way M. Night Shyamalan captures it all is just a really nice reminder of how talented he can be, creating a grounded, mysterious, and extremely clever story. Now it's time for my number 7, and it's Raw. Just in case this one passed you by, it's from French director Julia Ducournau, and it tells the story of a young girl who's a vegetarian, and she heads off to vet school where she discovers that she has a taste for flesh. So yeah, it does deal with cannibalism, and there's some pretty horrific scenes and visuals in this movie, but what struck me most about Raw is how all of it's wrapped up in a narrative that's much more so a coming-of-age story about 2 sisters. What the main character Justine experiences is shocking to say the least, but Ducournau uses her frightening situation to great effect by keeping it so personal and grounded, and then bolstering it even further by how she weaves her sister Alex into the narrative. Last up now, I have The Disaster Artist coming in at number 6. It did hurt a little to push this one out of my top 5, but The Disaster Artist is still one of my favorite movies of the year, and really, I've never seen anything like it, kind of like The Room for that matter. It might feel wrong to laugh at a movie, but what really struck me about The Disaster Artist is how successfully James Franco and his team capture that unusual joy of having a laugh at The Room's expense, but while also respecting the fact that Tommy Wiseau was a dedicated guy that gave this movie his all. Yeah, maybe the end result didn't earn the exact response he intended, but it did get a response, and it's a response that truly could bring joy to someone's life. Disaster Artist is just a celebration of cinema, passion, and friendship, and I had a blast watching it and was so surprised to also find it pretty sweet and touching. So there you go, guys, the second half of my top 10 movies of the year. If you missed the first half, you can find it on the Collider YouTube channel. As always, please hit that comment section below and share some of your favorite movies of 2017 right there. And as we wind down this year's Patreon shoutouts, I have to send a very special thank you to both Tony Morrow and David Bell. They're longtime supporters. Tony, who I've met, and David, who I've greatly enjoyed G-chatting with lately. Thank you guys so much for being part of the team. And another thank you to everybody watching this video right now. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you soon with one, maybe two more videos before we roll into the new year.